Hi. This is gonna be like one of those quirky videos where like they pretend to like mess up and I'm actually just a mess. So welcome back to Champions Update with me, your host, the main protagonist, aka Ivy, whatever you wish to call me. You may also refer to me as Goddess, Madam President, whatever is to your liking. So this is the penultimate issue of Champions, and I know to use that big fancy word now, so I can finally say it's the penultimate issue of Champions. And it's a lot. It's not too lot, but it's a lot. So the champions arrive at Viv's house and are almost immediately ambushed by the possessed Riri. Riri has been possessed by this guy called Blackheart. I'm not gonna say where I know him from or if he's a new character, because last time I said a character was new, it turns out she wasn't. It's just that I don't read a lot. Please don't come down. I don't read a lot of like other Marvel comics. I mostly read just Champions and indie comics, so my knowledge is a little bit limited. This Blackheart character is focusing a lot on... Please don't do that. This Blackheart character is focusing a lot on the situation between Viv and Riri. Most of you remember because there's only like 5 of you that watch this, so you've probably watched every single update. But for those of you who somehow don't remember, Viv and Riri kissed, Riri wasn't really feeling it, and they've kind of been not talking or interacting or being in the same panels together at all. Riri basically explains to Blackheart that she didn't know how to feel about the situation because she kind of just wanted friends, and Viv obviously wanted more than that, and Riri was just kind of afraid that she couldn't give her that, and Blackheart's like, nah, you hate this lady, and she's like, I guess. So Riri goes to finish Viv off, and before she can take the final shot, Viv leaps from the floor. Insert hallelujah noise if I can find a stock noise that works. Riri is obviously like, how does this work? I shot you. It was kind of a big deal. And Viv is like, well, surprise, because I'm Viv 2.0 and I'm taking back my free real estate because you shot Viv, so it's kind of my chance to rise up and snap on everybody here. And she does, and let's talk about that. I have been waiting for the day where Viv snaps for 3 years now. 3 years, fellas. And even though this technically isn't Viv, it's Viv 2.0, I'm gonna take what I can get, because honestly, at this point, it's clear we're not gonna get what we want in this situation. Anyway, so Viv 2.0 escapes Riri because she's like super cool and the power of evil lesbian. And because Viv escaped, Blackheart and Riri decide to take advantage of Sam and the rest of the team who are incapacitated and possess them as well, so that's like a problem. Anyway, so Kamala, who has been on break from the champions, comes home after walking home with Bruno, and Sam and Viv immediately crash into her bedroom and just like explode it. Kamala and Viv run off together and Sam chases after them, but then he's like, you know what, maybe I'll go beat up Miles instead. Miles has also been on a break from its... I just got approved to tell a joke. I asked Twitter if I was approved to tell a joke, and I am, so you'll see it in a few seconds. Anyway, Sam goes off to find Miles to beat him up. Viv and Kamala talk, and Viv explains how she's actually Viv 2.0 and the whole possessed situation and everything that's going on, so they head off together, and yeah. We get kind of a OG Champions reunion. Kamala and Viv show up to help Miles, who is now full-on battling Sam because he's possessed. And now we get a moment where Sam snaps. Sam basically says that even though he's one of the most powerful champions, he's always kind of been treated like the dumb one, and that him and Kamala and Miles haven't totally really been pals because they quit the team without telling him and they keep secrets and stuff. And honestly, I agree with him. Even if he is possessed, even if he's just saying it because he's possessed, I fully support him. Like, come on. But this is probably the highlight of this issue. The champions kind of own up and they say, you're right. Like, we haven't been treating you right. We haven't been treating you like a bud, like a pal, like a fella. And Like, we're gonna do better. We're gonna support you, buddy. Now, this is where the power friendship really, really comes into play. Kamala actually reveals her secret identity to Sam, which is like a huge deal because she like tries everything to keep her identity a secret. So a really, really huge moment between these two. Even though I kind of already assumed that she had told him, but it was still like hey, this is a really cool moment. So they all make up, and Sam is no longer possessed, and they decide to go back to the rest of the champions, who are kind of playing a game of beat up the hetero with Amadeus Cho, because they're all possessed, and he's not, and they're all like, this is the gay agenda, we're gonna kick your butt. That was a joke I was approved to tell, by the way. Kind of a really cool fight scene between the rest of the champions, minus, the OG4 versus Amadeus, and then the OG champions show up, and then Riri's like, okay, well, we've got them all in one spot, so champions, kill all these guys. And that's how the issue ends. Opinion time! This issue, so, like, I'm not a negative person. I hate to be negative. I hate to review things negatively. But I would be lying if I said that, like, I wasn't kind of waiting for this series to end. I think it's time we all really admit that this series has not been great so far. It's had a few great moments, but overall it hasn't really been great. Even though this issue was pretty okay, the whole series has kind of been pretty okay, and I really, really feel like there's way too much that needs to be dealt with in the last issue, so I don't know how that's gonna go next month. I really don't. I thought it was amazing to see Viv and Sam snap. That was really the best part of the whole issue for me. One thing I also really liked was Viv and Kamala interacting. I mean, in the first series, they were the only girls on the team. And then in this series, they've barely interacted at all. I mean, the only bonding moment they've had is getting brutally murdered together. I do kind of like the whole arc that's going on with the possession and stuff, but I do feel like 3 issues is way too little to, like, contain something like that and all the potential that it has, especially since it didn't really start until the end of last issue. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot to be wrapped up, and, this isn't necessarily Jim Zub's fault because, like, it got canceled, but it is disappointing just in general, like, that it's probably not gonna be as good as it could have. Overall, it's probably like a 6 out of 10 just because I was happy with Sam and Viv, and yeah. That is it for today's update. I do want to say thank you again for all your support, and I would like for you, if you have a Twitter or if you're interested, to follow my Twitter at VivVision, but if I remember correctly, the Viv has 2 eyes in it because I couldn't get the VivVision handle, so it's at VIIVVISION. And I'm going to be doing some polls and some questions and maybe even some like fun quizzes in celebration of the champion's 3rd year anniversary, which is coming up. And then I'll be posting the results of all the polls and the quizzes and stuff on my Tumblr, which actually is completely focused on the champions. It is Champion Source, and I'll also be writing it at the bottom of the screen. This Tumblr is going to be active even after the Champions series ends, so if you're interested in seeing more Champions content beyond these videos, beyond Twitter fan art and the comics, then you can check out that Twitter and you can check out that Tumblr. And I really just kind of want to do something special for the 3rd anniversary, considering I don't know if there's gonna be a 4th anniversary where the series is running. So I think this is gonna be like the last really, really special anniversary for a while. So I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I want to do something cool, so follow my Twitter, follow the Tumblr, and if you see me posting the polls and stuff, please participate in them, and I love you guys. Bye.